Hello, people. Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. It's that time. It's that time again. Alrighty then. So, welcome along, people, to my live stream. Welcome to the channel. My name's Danny C. Let's get down to business, shall we? I hope everyone's doing good, and I hope everyone is doing well on this Saturday afternoon, whatever you're all been up to. Well, welcome along. So this is episode 3 of my ETA Daily Racing Antimatter series. So we are off to a couple of tracks, of course, in some of the cars which I have studied as much as I can. Just to analyse which cars are not the best and which cars are not the meta. So obviously we're going to start off at some daily racing for a couple of races at Grand Valley, see how we get on, which involves some tyre strategy, which will be very interesting to see what we can do in the Lamborghini. Because I thought, you know what, I may as well just have some fun listening to that lovely V10 engine in that Lambo. So let's get straight to it then. So last time out, for those who are just tuning in, welcome in. Last time out on episode 2, it was hit and miss with some of the races that we all felt that deserved some results, even though that some results, obviously, not everything goes your way, even if it comes to the little sticky situations where where I had some DR increase, some decrease in DR, not being able to get to the podium, but it is what it is. So, and this week also, it's a totally different story. So, although that there may be a couple of days left of this week's dailies, however, I did see from GT Omega, the Australian dude who's obviously put out the selection of the tracks for next week's dailies. So we don't know what the group car category and lap count is going to be. So, but obviously what we do know is that there'll be some certain tyre compounds, which of course which are doable. Obviously the mediums, the softs in some other races. So so I'll tell you what we'll be doing as well. We're going to have a couple of races at Daily Race C at Grand Valley. So estimated 25 minutes each. Obviously a bit of time to look back on some of the replays if anything happens in particular. And then there's this reward increase section, which obviously you get like 1,000% of reward, which of course that's going to be very demanding. And with Fuji having done some one daily race in the other account, and then the first thing I noticed is that not just that the Ferrari, which I had to go at, was pretty good, and for me liking in terms of getting the traction out of the corners and so on. But as for that long straight of it, there's not really much of an issue. But when I looked back, I came across this one player who obviously there's some that might be familiar, some not. And when I came across a certain player that I reached out to somebody who I know of, and then and it turns out it was our friend Bella, who's obviously flown over to the European region just to increase the DR, obviously a DR reset, which is obviously what she said was a pain in the ass, you know what I mean? So a pain in the ass, just increase the DR after a certain reset for some obvious reason. But yeah, basically that I thought, well, that's a rare opportunity to that's an opportunity like for anybody, to race against one of the, if not the fastest female in the game, which is real honor. Do you know what I mean? Because it's nice to see the girls, just take on the industry and then showcasing the qualities, especially Bella as well, who are known for a good few months So obviously, and she's just another on another planet. That's all there is to it. So there is a video that which I've uploaded the other day on my YouTube channel for those that like to go and look at the full race highlights on one of the races where I got whooped. But I'm not fussed if I got whooped. As long as it's somebody I know that could do it, like looking after, then might as well. Might as well. So let's get straight to Daily Racy at Grand Valley, shall we? And we'll get a couple of races in, see how we get on, and we'll head off to Fuji for a couple of ones. So I did put in a reference time in the Honda NSX, so I'm not going to do any qualifying because I'm still trying to get some results for the back of the grid, depending how hard the lobbies are getting. You know what I mean? So yeah, wicked driver Bella is, not gonna lie. Just doing a little quick tour around and then just to get the feel of the track of the car, and then not be long till we get put into the lobby. So we could see a bunch of French spaceship. We could be seeing some Hondas. We could be seeing whatever, really. Do you know what I mean? So we could see some animals like seals, for instance, where they're just hanging on the side of the sea. Sea lions. We'll see some like sea lions. I've seen a lot of sea lions on the internet where they'll just be like showcasing their sense of humor and just like to play a bit. Especially they like to play with the beach ball as well. You know when when they want some attention or so of it. But yeah, that's them sea lions. They're just pretty cool to hang out with. Really are. Right. A nice spot to chill in the chill at the side of the seaside. And there's a big hawk as well. Or an owl. Whatever that is. Right. I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Oh Lord. I've been waiting for this moment all of my life. Oh Lord. Can you feel it coming in the air tonight? Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Let's get down to business and do the talking on the track. We will go for it. Static scene time, Bobby. Good luck, everyone. Let's see who we're up against. The Fly Scotsman. So there's a few of us who's not set a time also. Tyres. We'll start on the racing mediums. Yeah, we've got all the tyres, so we're all good. So there's some G7 Scirocco, Citroens, Porsches, one of the Aston. So I'm the only Lambo driver, and then as it's turning out, I'm started in 13th. Okay, so we'll take 13th unless something else happens. So a long race ahead. Let's do this. From the back. Sort of the back. Even when you had someone who didn't even set a time. So fuel should not be an issue as well. Brake balance 4 to the rear. So what can we do from sort of back of the grid? Change the gear, buddy. Change the gear. What are you doing? Oh! Oh, lucky, buddy. So we made up a couple of places so far. So we've got a long way to go. I don't know what tyres everybody else is going to be on. Oh, he just gone for it. Dirty D. And the Brit is having none of it. So we'll take that, thank you very much. Straight around the outside and then get the job done on the inside. So we're not done too bad, so a long way to go. I just need that slip, because otherwise I've got this player who's right behind me as well in the Genesis G70. Just cover up the inside. Oh. Yep, that was bang out of order, straight from my naked eyes. Let's get these two French spaceship drivers. You wanna follow me? You can do. Currently setting my fastest sector. He's there, he's there. Saw him on my radar. Well played. I wonder if he's on the softs though. Meanwhile, we've got a Spaniard right behind me in a French spaceship. Just gotta be mindful of him or all. Wonder if he's on the soft tyres as well. And I'm on the mediums. Or the German and the Portuguese banging doors with each other. Yeah. Yeah. But fair play to the Portuguese for waiting there to get the position back. It looked like it were a really intense battle until the contact happened. Wonder if that player who's been took out has left. Looks that way, don't it? Correctly setting the fastest lap. Just gotta be mindful of Mad Macca. Oh, that was close to getting smashed into the wall there. Should have just left me some racing room, mate. So we've got some people pissed in. Obviously, there's someone that's on the starting on the softs. So I don't know if this this player in front of me is struggling with tyres or even just I mean, if anything happens, then gonna have to do whatever the player doesn't do when it comes to the pit stops. Yeah, not sure about that. Well, there's only one way I can do this. If I can try and make some ground whilst we've got others who are pitted a little early. Just watch the pit entry. Okay, you stay out, I come in. And I'll do whatever it takes to put in some quick lap times. Pardon me. Right, let's go. Sticky soft tyres, it's Tennessee time. Let's do this. Let's have our time. Welcome along, Lander, and thank you for tuning in. Hope you're well. Check him out on YouTube, by the way, people. He does career mode, especially the world of Formula 1, and yep. So, I appreciate you stopping by, mate. Sticky soft tyres. Let's see what we can do. I just need to get past the Flying Scotsman as soon as possible. Because what I don't want to happen is to come across Mad Macker who stayed out a little longer. Thank you very much. Have a nice day, mate. Mad Mac is staying out for an overlap. And that gives me the opportunity to make good use of my new tyres, the soft tyres, which are much faster than the mediums. So let's see if we can get those people overtaken, which we have done just that. The undercut worked on some players. We've got the Italian up ahead. And there is some that who have gone from the softs to the mediums. That was a corrected save while power sliding my way through the corner. I am gaining just a little bit on the Italian, but I've put in a purple sector in this one. So it's good to know that somebody's stayed out a little longer just to see out to the mediums. And so is Mad Macca, who came in at last, so now's the time to push on. Ah, speaking of which, somebody's in front of me has left the room. Unless they're disconnected. Unfortunate to see what happened there. IDH on the softs. Macca going on to the softs. Now sitting the fastest. I forgot the undercut worked on Macca. Let's go. IDH is on a couple of... his tyres are a couple of laps younger than mine. And I've been getting some consistency as well. So if we could get a podium, that'll be good considering from where I started, which were P13. Obviously, two other people didn't set a lap, and he too's got a penalty up ahead. Well, somebody else has left, giving up the ghost. Ah! Killed my momentum off clipping the wall. But we are within striking distance of the Volkswagen. Is it me, or is it just that Volkswagen's blooming quick? Anyway, we've got the Portuguese who's coming to the pits for new tyres. So we're up in the podium. Let's go. Clip the wall again. That Volkswagen's got some legs on the straight. Making the Lambo look stupid. Now getting much closer. I'll try to get much closer, but the Volkswagen just keeps pulling away on the straight. But I've got the corner speed. That's the key. So we're on our last lap now. So it looks like George has got that one settled, unless he makes a mistake. Yep, that's P3 for you, unless something happens at the last moment. Well played. It's a British 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's like as many Brits in the lobby as there is in the current Formula One grid as well, where you have Hamilton, Russell, Norris, Behrman, Lindblad. Obviously, there's one who's retired from this race, so we're got a podium from the back. GG. So it's nice to be back on the podium after, well, the first podium since episode 1, if I remember correctly. So, from P13, obviously 2 other people have not qualified. So that was effectively me ahead of them. So, gained 10 places, fastest lap of the clean race. Happy days. And a 4-star roulette ticket to go along with it. Grab the replays if you want them. So IDH George. So let's have a look at the ranking, shall we? So we have gained some DR on that one. So we're getting closer to B. So the question is, can we get to B on episode 3? That is the question. So let's have a quick look at the replay whilst we're waiting for the next slot, which is at 4 o'clock. So what happened there was these two were going door to door. The German pushed him off, leaving them nowhere to go. So yeah, it was on the German in the Citroen. And then further chaos has appeared. And there's Kaz. Oh, so something's happened. That was a bit odd. Just like gone straight on. Must have like had an issue with the steering or something. Or the hands went off or something distracted. So how I managed to overtake a couple of people is quite something. So I see all the battle unfolding. Obviously, OG Coco sent one in, and Tronk having none of it whatsoever. And I was able to get the move done somehow. And then we have, straight in front of my eyes, Choker getting there wider than the Spaniard, obviously not giving him any mercy whatsoever, showcasing the poor sportsmanship there by just carrying on as normal, which is a no-no. And then I got the move done, well, sort of like the move while I was ahead the whole time, and I had the Citroen this whole time. So we were just alongside well, going into that corner, and I had the inside covered to be sure that I still have the momentum also. And then Maka was the only barrier I had to overcome. So I was gonna go for it around the outside, going into the inside, but I thought better of it, and I did seem to brake just a little bit much, and then I just had to remain calm and patient throughout to be sure to get the move done. But the task of overtaking the player was becoming more difficult. And that bit, I was very wary that I knew something like that was going to happen, because you have some that may come across as clean, and they may come across as dirty, or even just trying to take somebody out that may come across as an A+ driver. So you never know what's going through the back of the driver's visors. So what I had to do for this whole time was to do the undercut, pit a couple of laps earlier than Maka, and I only had the Fly Scotsman to navigate my way past. So there is the move done and dusted on that one. And rest of the time, just got on with it, and I've got a podium from P13. What I'd like to start very much at the back, it is P16, but there was only 15 players, and then there was 2 other players who have not even done a lap time. So therefore, that we've the first race in, we've got a podium, and getting closer to the B rank. So let's have another go, shall we? Excuse me. It was a bit warm outside. I've got the window open, like. Just want to check the football scores while I'm not doing anything for a minute. Obviously, the Championship football's back. Millwall's leading, Derby's leading, Lincoln's leading, Swansea and Stoke are drawing, QPR leading by 3-1. Not really much happening between Barnsley and Bromley, 0-0. Right. Let's do this, people. Let's see what we can do from the back. Tires. Racing mediums. We know what the score is. Just and we have myself who's P16, of course, and there's one in the Nissan Silvia, one in the Ferrari, and we've got one in the Suzuki, and we've got a couple of B-rated drivers in the lobby. So, and we've got one who's putting a really good time with a 56.0. So the Polish driver is going to be unbeatable in that one. But the objective is to, just to get the ground running. Oh, somebody's left. So that promotes us up a place. So we're up to 15th just before we even get going. Good luck, everyone. So let's see what we can do from the back. Can we get another podium? That is the question. Welcome along, Kesop. Thank you very much for tuning in. Hope you're well. And you know what? It's nice to go and challenge yourself a bit into a different account, as this is my second account, and see what the fuss is all about. And then, so just have to be mindful of some players that are around, which I have been like this whole time, and that if you were to go and start from the back of it in a car that's not really a meta, and then you want to be sure you make every opportunity count, and exactly the point, and exactly the objective. So thank you, Kessup. So let's see what we can do from P15, what should have been P16 to start off with, because that player just chickened his way out. Great balance, 4 to the rear. Oh. Watch out! He's a maniac! Doing around. Oh, I knew we were gonna do something like that. Yellow flag, something's happened. Unlucky. Yeah. I did say the other time that it was a matter of when I could get another account up and running, and so therefore that we're into the third episode of this account, especially the anti-meta series. So, but as it stands so far, that this German's making people's lives much harder, as I've just discovered. Not only that he had a go at the one player, he's having a go at me. And somebody's took the penalty on the penalty zone. They've been the reason for my Cayman Bonehead series. Yeah, that's yeah, and you know what? I've enjoyed watching the plenty of episodes of the Cayman Bonehead series. So, like, for those who want to know, then Kezup is the guy to have a look on YouTube, where he did his Cayman and Bonehead series, exposing some drivers that are not nice. He's doing it again. My spidey senses are telling me this is gonna get tasty. Oh, it's all happening at once, isn't it? But I don't know what tyres they're on, that's the thing, because I'm on the mediums and I need to go on the softs at some point. So yeah, definitely have a look at Kessup, people, for those who want to have a look at his Cave on the Bonehead series. All right, Enzo. Yeah, some had to be in the French spaceship for that for the straight line as well as the cornering ability. Oh! It's all kicking off. Same player again, innit? Oh! A constituting effect there. But we'll take that. No worries, dude. Enzo's got a second penalty, which will be served around the next couple of corners. The Ferrari looks battered on the rear. Still winning the slip of the Suzuki up ahead. And that's the in the Suzuki also. Enzo's left. Ayrton Senna's funniest of them all been Ayrton Senna is back. Ayrton is back from Italy. You killed him every race you met. RC's got a half-second penalty, but we're just going to be mindful of that player further ahead, as he been a menace in that Citroen, and that he had to give him some dental treatment for sure, as the Suzuki's making an early pit stop there. Might go for it. Might go for it. Who's going to be last on the brakes? Let's go. Next up, Martiri. And you was the Doctor Doom. Gonna have to go defensive. Maybe, maybe not. We've got the Ferrari. Let's get the inside covered. Okay. Let's go. We're up a place. And the Polish driver had to start on the softs to get an advantage, which is totally understandable. Okay, so that 30 players in, I'm staying out. I just want the I just want a good offset for a lap or two. You won't like me when I'm angry, would you? Because that player's gonna go Hulk smash. Welcome in, Clay Jacks. Thank you for stepping in as a race engineer. Hope you're well. So, shall we say another lap? Because the last time I've done this, I pitted on lap 5 on the last one. So I am looking to go like one lap longer, maybe another lap. And then I can fiddle around with the brake balance, just a little touch there. As I'm on 4 to the rear for the whole time. Okay, so we'll stay out for one more lap. But the thing is that the Polish driver, who's started on the softs and then gone on to the mediums. So we've got 2 players who are pitted for new tyres. They're on the mediums. I just want a very good tyre offset. I had to flick it to 5 to the rear. And then I'll whack on a set of new soft tyres as I'm coming in at the end of this lap. Because this player who's set the fastest lap has put in a 57.1, and that was on the mediums, so we'll see what his pace is like on the... yeah, he's right behind, so I'm yet to pit. Unless he's on the softs though. Mind you, he'll be on the softs then. Yeah, can see the gap closing slowly between myself and the Polish driver. So the Polish driver is coming in rapidly with new tyres, with a 1 lap old, 2 lap old tyres. So I'm gonna have to come in and make good use of my pace. Let's go. Three-lap sprint. Let's go. Yeah, it's so I've got an 18-second gap between myself and the Croatian driver, but there's 2 other players have gone by. So I've got new tyres on now. So the push for the podium is back where I started then. Oh, it's all kicking off. It's got a penalty. Got Frankie in the Citroen. Didn't ask for a bump trap, but thank you very much. And so is the Scirocco. Scirocco's pretty quick on the straight. I've noticed that from the previous race. Well, we've got one problem ahead, and that is the Citroen, who have been diabolical to race with to start off with. Green flags. So there must have been an incident before then. Oh, sorry. He's going to defend, look. Yep. Yep. If I would have pitted one lap earlier, then I would have got myself further up then, and I would had no issue with the tyre then. But we're headed off to Fuji on the next one, which is what we're going to be doing. Just need to hang it around the outside because I've got no other choice to... he's got that one inside covered, hasn't he? Understeered his way out. Just need to make good use of the grip I have. So I don't know if that's going to get the increase in DR, but it should do. Having started further at the back and then 7th, and then having gone through some issues with the start. So not a podium, but not too bad in a bad spot lobby. Yeah, exactly. Well played. Well played. Except for some who just had to go full rampage. This one, obviously, which we'll quickly look at the replay on what's the matter with that player. So we have gained some DR, which is a bonus. So it's only gone up by just a little bit on the megapixel. So let's have a quick look and see what happened, and then we'll head off to Fuji for some GR3 action. So the next race is at 4:30. So this is how it all kicked off, yeah. So look at him. It just super slammed crap out of him. And then all of a sudden, try to hang it around the outside. And he wants to do it on me. Literally. That guy's a maniac. And then this player were just like, go on, go after him. He took me out. So... well, something's happened to that to that player further ahead. Got the inside cover, then came... so it was contact from the Volkswagen, so yeah, that Volkswagen should have given the position back in that sense. But the Volkswagen driver should not be carrying on just as normal. And then we've got so we have the so he got took out by that Austrian driver. Yeah. And then the next moment he just lost it on his own accord. Just span. So I was making my way past a couple of cars. And that's where the Constantina effect happened. Frankie gone onto the sand, clattered into Enzo, then clattered into the other driver. So yeah, that's should have given the position back also. Wee. Well, that's the thing, innit? And to be fair, that I just wanted to get to. Obviously, you had some people who just like got onto newer tires and then straight away putting in personal set to times. And that player looks like the race was done and dusted. Oh! He tried to target that player who took him out the race from the start of the race, and he just wanted to revenge punch him like that. They saw him coming yet, but did very well to go and dodge that player. But this guy's a maniac, 100% a maniac. Look at that. A bit of pushing and shoving there. And then you see what happens to the next player also. Try to give him a nudge, but no harm done. So let's quickly get off there and get off that and go into Daily Race B for some GT3 action. Yeah. I wonder if he's one of Kimi Antonelli's associates where he'd been told to do something dirty and therefore play the system up in their own hands. So we're going to go in the Toyota. I did thought of the Jaguar, but then when I look at this tracker, then obviously there's like quite a variety of GT3 cars that we had the Porsches, like a lot of them there are in the Porsches, and there's some in the Audi. There's some of the Ferrari, there's some of the Mercedes, some of the Citroen, some of the Viper, one of them in the Viper, one in the Lambo. So it really depends on the driver's characteristics in some ways. That will be that'll be a customer me for dental treats. Yeah, definitely. Let's go, people. Good luck. Let's see what we're up against. So I'm at the back in the Toyota. Have a good race, people. Good luck. Let's see what we can do for the back. We'll see how we get on, because this is like times 1,000. Times 1,000 in terms of the rewards there. Yep. Welcome to GT Hell now. Yeah, nice to meet you as well, Tidders. We've got two bad spot guys who are keeping an eye on Kessup. who we're keeping an eye on. So we have some in, there's one in the 296, there's one in the Peugeot, which I've not even mentioned as well. Welcome along, Alex. Thank you for tuning in. Hope you're well, brother. Copy, kiss up. Thanks for the heads up. Bloody hell! All kicking off. From the get-go. Even that player's into some bother as well. That was 7.5 on that one. Did well to not even overtake anybody in that yellow flag sector. The Audi's lost it. Even Wilson's got a half-second penalty for, or 3-second penalty for ignoring yellow flags. So we're up into 8th after all that. Maybe 7th. Whoa! Flicking up the gear. Yep. That's another one. Another one. Another one. As DJ Khaled would say. Another one. If that was him who used that line. Well, I call him the Peugeot plonker. If anybody knows what a plonker is, it's a British slang word. So don't be a plonker, will ya? Don't be a plonker, all right? So P5 is on the cards. We've still got a bit, nearly halfway to go of the 6-lap sprint. The Ferrari's got off. So we're up another position. We could be in for a podium. Can see these two battling for P2. And the Portuguese is just busy running away from the lot of them. A lot of switcheroo going off there. We've got the move done. He's at it again. Don't worry, mate. I'll go after that Peugeot. Oh. Didn't like that, did he, that Peugeot? But somehow managed to try and back out of it, even though that it was getting a bit close to... Oh, yeah. That was not a setup. That was not a setup. I was just literally trying to overtake somebody, minding my own business, and then realised that the other player was braking a little late. But yeah. Just got to watch out for the pug. Yeah. Knew we were going to do that. Almost lost it there. Yeah. Exactly what that player is. The one who's looking for some beef. So I had to look back and see how this unfolds, because that is, yeah, it was sort of like a kicking off from early on, and then came the overtake on the play I was making, and then so let's have a look, shall we? So we have gained some DR anyway, and then so that player's lost some sportsmanship and all. Oh. So we are getting closer to B, people. We are getting closer to B. So it's nice to meet you as well, mate. Obviously, because you were the one who came across and said thanks for the nice to meet you, and so yeah, good little race then. So we'll have to see what the fuss is all about with the couple of laps of some incidents that you see like everywhere you look. And alright, so was it from this angle? I had to do it. I had to do it because something has happened between the pair of them. I'm not too sure. Anyway, did what he shouldn't have done or not. So that's literally destroyed the car completely. Then there's Diggy Racing, who was leading. Yep. Take him out of the race lead. That's, well, very unfortunate there. But this player did rate to give the position back as well. The one who slowed down a lot. Well, that player's spun around. Oh no, it was that Audi driver who obviously took him out of touch, lost it on his own. And this player as well was leading. Gone way deep there. Yeah. Literally chaos everywhere you look at him. And that resulted in a 5-second penalty. So that's how things got a bit pretty heated. And then Marco, obviously. Had to make the move because I saw like the behaviour developing. Okay, so what happened there is that Tid is obviously he was on the inside. Absolutely. It was just like turning in, minding his own business, and then bearing in mind that he just turned in on me. So therefore, that left the Ferrari driver sort of like the innocent party, and should have just like just be mindful on the approach that unless the other player obviously should have just like beared in mind that the Italian was going to go for it. So I've got the move done on the Porsche. So this is the one bit I want to look at and all. So I was going for the overtake on the inside, and I braked as much as I could. And I saw that he was just turning towards me, and then I had to turn a little bit, and I had to back out of that as well. Even the French driver didn't like it, and that resulted in as the a 2-second penalty. Yep. And then what happened was, just literally had to take him out in the process and get away with murder. And the one thing I was wary of as well is that he thought I was working with him, but it was nothing to do with me whatsoever. While I was just trying to keep it to my own lane. So, but I mean, what else can you do when even if you get taken out, pushed out like that for what looked like from his perspective were a constructive setup. So let's quickly get back in the race. Only got 30 seconds to kill off. He's in again. And that's where things are getting a bit more tricky. Yeah, exactly. Right. Without further ado, let's get down to business and do the talking on the track. Can we get to B on this one? If not, maybe the next one. Unless we're only on B. Oh no, we're on C. We did see we're on C, like so. Alright. Let's do the talking on the track, shall we? Great balance, smack to the rear on the smack back to the rear. Saw the players lagging a bit in front, as you can tell with the bad internet connection. So just got to be mindful of that. So from P16, let's see what we can do. Can we get a podium? There can only be one answer. Well, that player's not going anywhere. So we're in the upper place. Appreciate you letting me by. I don't know if I was laggy from your screen, mate, but I appreciate you giving way. Another one going round. Lost it on his own. We're up to 8th. Welcome along, my brother. Thank you for tuning in. I'm not too bad, thank you. Hope you're well, Ahmed. Whoa. Good to hear, mate. Thank you very much for dropping a like. So, anybody enjoying the content and what I'm providing? For those who haven't, don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe if you are new. Thank you very much for your support. We just keep pushing and driving for more. Whoa! That player is a plonker. We'll have to look back and see what happened there, because I was trying to get the drive out of the corner, minding my own business, and all of a sudden this player appears from out of nowhere. A wonker. Absolutely. He might get a penalty, he might not. Yeah, just kept it within the red marks, just off the red and white curbs. Battle for P2's heating up nicely. Oh, it's all kicking off there, look. Get your popcorn ready for the last couple of laps. Whoa, no! No! No, I was on a good run until that happened. No! I was doing well until that happened. Oh well. Exactly. So what I was thinking, has he been waiting for me this whole time, or is it somebody else? So he's having a go at somebody. Calling them out as dirty. Through goes Danny C. Let's go. Could have been worse. Could have been worse. Yep. Got some squirrels lurking around. Obviously, in this lobby. And we're still increased the DR. So not the end of the world, but we're getting closer to be. We're getting closer to be people. So I appreciate that, and we're really just getting closer to the point where we're getting closer to B, and that's where things are starting to get a bit more serious and a bit more strict in some ways. So let's have a look at the replay, shall we? After what has been sort of a comeback, obviously done a classic through goals Danny C moment on the last corner of the last lap. So, let's go. So the next one is at 10 past, so what has happened further ahead? I just brake too late and therefore had to give way. Okay. So yeah, you knew he was on you. No, you didn't. He just carried on. And that player just like done not. No, it's one of them that there've been some dirty races there from some other players. The Italian just tapped in there like that. And that French player, again, battling with the other guy, battling that other guy, just letting them know that he could go left. But the first French driver was having none of it whatsoever. And there's another one just like literally giving him no mercy at all. And there's Dash. And being a first class plonker, pushing and shoving the Lambo out of shape. And I will just literally crawling my way through the field, even though that this player lost it on his own. Yep, and that's something that that they should add. For the next GT game, obviously, simply improve the penalty system in some other departments, and therefore that we won't have that many issues there. So I will just take the wider line, going for a good exit, and that player would just like. Yep. That's a no-no, that one. Should have just gave the place back, mate. Literally no need to do a push-to-pass manoeuvre like that. Like, fair enough, the game was being fair for that one bit. But, to me, that, you know, if you were on the chat, if you were to make further progress cleanly, and then other people have other ideas, you know, that's the problem that you get sometimes, and, yeah. And there's Dash. Forcing them wide. I had to go around the outside. Tried to stick it around the outside, but thought better of it as well. Then again, I had to take a wider line as well, as E2 was sort of like nudging him a bit. It looked like them two were going at same speeds, like. And then all of a sudden, doing a good cutback, and this player just literally no awareness whatsoever, not even a care. Even that player don't deserve a result as well. Yep. Exactly. So, anyway, if you want to see the bits and pieces with some close racing action, or even if it gets messy, you just want to be sure that you just set yourself up, and through goes Danny C, man. 2 people for the price of 1. Let's go. Let's go. So we got a result. Right. Quickly get in the next slot, because otherwise I'm going to miss out that one. Come on, come on, come on. 17 seconds. Can we do it? Oh, yes, we can. Just in the nick of time with 20 seconds left on the clock. So, talk about timing. After reviewing a lot of things, straight in the next one. Can we get a B on this one? Can we get a B? As we have G, who has just subscribed to the YouTube channel. Thank you very much for the subscribe. Thank you very much for the sub. GT Hell Part 3. Oh, yes. Tricks YouTube. So we've got a YouTuber there. And there's some other people who's not even set a time. There's hardly any B drivers in there. So, and there's one with a 39.8. So have a good race, people. Best of luck. Yes, just like how it's meant to be. But you never know like what the braking reference is going to be like, because you look at the lap time, they're all different. So let's see what we can do, shall we? So it turns out I'm not the only one in the Toyota. That player's in the Toyota. Right, let's do the talking on the track, shall we? Aye. So we have some who's pulled over to one side to do a last to first challenge. They can see the danger coming ahead. Yep, just as we spoke. I have to be sure I don't get pushed off into the AstroTurf. Otherwise I'll be all over the place. Oh! I do apologise, Speedy Boy. There was not a lot I could do there, but somebody's gone straight on and all. Bloody hell. Although I was left with front bumper damage, so... Hello? Hello? I was on the inside. Just give him a bump draft. Don't brake check me, please. We're working together for that bit. And then going for the overtake. Aston in the Ford Mustang. Not really thought much of the Mustang, to be honest, because there was not that many of them players who used the Ford Mustang during the past few episodes. This is where it gets a bit tricky. Oh, I'm so sorry, mate. Go, 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 go. Go. Go, go, go. Sorry about that. The other person managed to keep going there okay, but this person obviously came off worse, so I had to slow down and let him by. So I do apologise for that, seeing as though that it's usually like sort of like my braking point, but I didn't realise that well how soon you were going to use the brakes like. So I take responsibility on that, but not going to worry where I'm finished anyway, because it's just it's going to be another race to forget. But at the same time, showcase my my true sportsmanship on that one. It's all right. It's all right. I had to go wide there. Yeah, because that's at 5:30 that one. So yeah. Oh, and the other player just had a spin. So we're going to go to Daily C for the next one. After what has been a hectic past couple of sprint races. Even with a 1,000% reward that was at stake. Well, for finishing the race. Because to be honest, I like the strategy game in terms of the tire compounds on what to use and so. But other than that, we've done a few races in the in Fuji. That's the aim. Let's see what I can do. If I could do it in a Toyota, that'll be amazing. Getting the fastest lap. Because every little pit counts, don't it? Yeah, I'm sure that some of you who are watching will agree that that I had to do the right thing to give way, not just for the one person, but for the two people. After I've braked a little bit later, then obviously then realising that the other players were braking a little early, so. But we can look at the replay and then see what the and see what's what, just to get another perspective. Purple in this sector. How's the Passata treated you, Kasup, if you don't mind sharing with us? Was that Germans gone into the warp? Aye. Good to hear. Good to hear. I did see a couple on Auto Trader in my country where obviously that there's a couple of B5.5 the facelift version of the B5 saloon. I would like a saloon car if I'm totally honest with you, because you know it's just like a traditional proper shaped old school shape vehicle to get you around in places. And then, although I did look at the A3 saloons, the mid 2010s, right as they started doing the saloons. But you cannot fault the A4s for as they've been around for quite some time, and even like after the 80 era, the Audi 80 era. You had two Audi 80s. I'm going to say that I'm sure that my dad used to have one of them, or even a Cavalier, a Vauxhall Cavalier from some time. Yeah. But the only thing I do not like to adapt to is to go from the traditional handbrake lever to a flick of the switch parking handbrake. You know, that's what takes the fun away, of course. And then, although that my stepmom does have the 2019 A4 estate with the Quattro edition, the the 2-litre TDI. Yeah, let's bob down the DR and the SR a bit, so we'll have a look, and then we'll head off to Grand Valley for a couple of races. Completely missed the braking points, and that sent the Audi just with rear bumper damage, and Jen's going a bit wider when Puma was obviously going a bit, getting some of his elbows out. And what's happened to Jen's, obviously. Yeah, that was clumsy from that player also. But Redmond didn't like what I was seeing, but then just gone straight on and then thought, you know what, sod this. I'm going home. Screw you guys, I'm going home. And then Speedy Boy had a bit of a melee, although that I did feel some content, obviously, that it was all kicking off in it, so that left me with nowhere to go. And then I should have just like slowed down just a touch and then avoid hitting him, which left him some rear bumper damage, which sort of like affected the aerodynamic side, and yeah. So we had the Monster Munch guy, Jack, obviously showing no care whatsoever in terms of sportsmanship. Flipping George Russell lover, where he'll just make a great excuse and then say, "He just turned in on me. He just turned on me. Blimey." So, and I did hear the V8 biturbo engine. Saw that one coming, only just. So I was braking to like where I was normally braking, and then all of a sudden a Constantina effect happened. So, although I do apologise well for the contact, and that resulted me in the 2-second penalty. So I just like, keep going, keep going. So yeah, my apologies for that one, pal. So besides that, there's not really much to report other than just that player looked like a carbon copy of James Hunter getting the overtake done in that one, and therefore just lose it on that one as well. Yeah, there's a couple of cars that just like lost it as well. Somebody getting lapped there, unless there's somebody in the pits just having a moment. Right, signing into Grand Valley for a couple of races. So this is where like the strategy which I've been doing so many times, where I've been pretty handy with the strategy game side of things. So let's chill out to the seaside, shall we? We'll just stop up at the parking bay. So we'll just have some fish and chips while we're at it. One of Britain's most popular ones. So I didn't need to do a time, but when the time comes, even when I get to B, then that's when things start to get a bit serious, don't it? But trying to think about who else has made it to A from the back of the grid. Probably Match Sport, if I remember correctly. Maybe it's somebody else. And but when I do get to B, then obviously I'll be thinking of putting the quali time in, even if it's there. Yeah, I'll just put a dime in, so I don't get a parking fine and all. So good luck, everyone. Let's do it. So I'm not the only one to not set a time. So there's one in the Audi, couple in the Scirocco, and this French spaceship, one Porsche, one Ferrari, one Corvette. No Suzukis. Tires. Well, going with the mediums, so I'll be looking to, well, see how the situation pans out for the races, depending on who I'm up against. So we've got a D-rated driver, so we've got a lot of them in the well, or in fact, every driver on the grid who has got to S-rated sportsmanship rating. Everyone apart from one who's on C. So hopefully we get a clean race. So foot's flat as well. I would pit early, but then the consequences of that is that the tyres are going to be shattered by the end of it, and I don't want that. So I sort of want to have a good offset, so therefore that I'll be able to get the advantage on my opponents. I mean, I could pit as early as lap 4 if I want to make good use of the fresh air, but then what I'll have to do there is manage the tyres, so we'll see how it all pans out then. So 4 on the mediums and the rest on the subs. Speed's slow on that one. Oh, he's gone wide. Welcome along, Alex. Been a while, mate. Thank you for tuning in. Hope you're well, my brother. I'm not been too bad, thanks. Not been too bad at all. Hope everything's well from your side. Obviously, been out to watch the World Cup for as much as I possibly could, and then I've enjoyed seeing England do well. But I just wish that we definitely had what it takes to win the World Cup, but just not being able to solve that final piece of the puzzle, which it's not the first time that's happened. But so that, of course, with the socialised side of things, it's been good, to go out and be part of the atmosphere and to just enjoy the good vibes. Do you know what I mean? So, speaking of which, we've got some. Have to tuck in. And as for my dog as well, that my dog's doing okay as well. That she's still going at 12 years and 5-month-old, bless her. For those who don't know and those who remember that she wasn't well early in the year, but then gave her the injections and antibiotics, got her back to basics, which took time to get back to her normal self. And rightly so, she's made a good recovery from the vestibular attack, which were scary, wasn't it? But, yeah. And if you're wondering what I'm doing on the daily race as well, but this is my second account as well, so therefore I'm just making my way through the pack in anti-meta cars to gain as many positions as possible and increase the get to an A, depending how long is that going to take. So it's been going well so far. Car on the left, car on the left. Oh, that was so not right, Michael. And the Swedish driver didn't like that. And got a 5-second penalty as a result. So we're up into 9th as it stands. I thought somebody were going to pit in so early. We're gaining, we're gaining, we're gaining. Can I go for it? Who's going to be last on the brakes? Let's go. Bit of clashing further ahead. Just got to be mindful of that. Watch it, watch it, watch it. Currently setting in purple in this sector. But traffic is a problem when you get around to some other sectors. Citroen lost it. Needing to steady a bit more on the brakes, says Clay Jacks. Copy that. Oh. I thought I was going to do a switchback bet then, but turned into the M62 for a moment. I need to get myself out of here quick. We'll see what happens. Yep. Certainly does. Speed kills. The reason for the early stop is that I won't clean air. That's all I'm after. Just want some clean air. Alright, so far. Allow the tyres to come in nicely. Need a good outlap. Outlap is critical. Well, somebody's left. God knows what happened. So that happened in lap 5. So we've got some on the fast starting the soft tyres and then going on to the mediums. And they're going on the mediums. See one of them on the mediums. Is that player on the mediums going to onto the softs? Managed to do the undercut. Thank you, pal. Correctly setting the purple sector and all. Get around to that comment when I have a moment. I'm just trying to change the corners as quick as possible, but yeah, that's what made a difference. P1 only 2 positions ahead. And clearly I'm setting a fast lap. But the trouble is, I'm coming across that Scirocco, yeah, and the Scirocco's pretty damn quick on the straight. You would thought that for a boxy car that it'll be draggy on the straight, but in this game it doesn't make sense when it's quick on the straight, unless it's like some sort of patch that made it quick on the straight. Fastest lap of the race. Yeah, that was give me some room. There we go. Had to keep the throttle pinned to get the move done early. Right before we entered the scene, well, what was an accident at one point. Thank you, Clayjax, for the feedback. Is that what you wanted to see more of? Exactly what you asked for. You've asked, I've listened, and we delivered. Well, time will tell, mate. We'll see about that. Probably on different strategies, but I try not to pay much attention with what's happening. I'm just thinking of doing my own thing. Yellow flags. Oh, it's all kicking off. Was it Shaggy's fault? Did Shaggy make contact? We'll have a look at the replay and see what happened there. So the win is on the cards. But the question is, what tyres was he on? I'm trying to think what tyres Shaggy were on, because I didn't really think from the start that I were going to be in this position to stand a chance of a result. Yeah, not only that, DRB is in sight as well, so I'll soon be a B-rated driver on this account. He's on the softs, so he was on the mediums to start with, and of course a completely different car as well. So, because I'm the only Lambo in this one as well. Where at one stage the Lambo was the meta car in the GR4. Now that it isn't, so times have changed pretty quickly, haven't it? GT420 has subscribed to my channel. Welcome along. Thank you very much for the sub. I saw the notification come through. Copy. Okay, never mind. Although I am closing in nicely. But we're running out of time there. I've got the fastest lap of the race as well. But to be honest, I think this car is a lovely car to drive, right? I really do. And then you cannot go wrong with a lovely V10 engine that's created some amazing soundtracks. Obviously my tyres are going off as well. So Shaggy comes across the line in first, weaving around, celebrating with pure joy. And I'll take home P2. Ah, so he did it in the Scirocco. Okay. So yeah, there's no doubt the Scirocco's pretty quick on a straight line, as crazy as it sounds. So yeah, we'll take home second place after, what was it, P15, P16? A lot of places getting there, and we made the undercut strategy work as well. So GG's. I'm happy with that. Much great result. Thank you, Landon. So we're getting to 13 places, so increase the DR and SR. So did we get a B? It's coming. It's coming. We're getting closer to B. We could do this. Next time out, we'll go for it. It's happening. So just a quick look at the replay, shall we? So next slot is 6 o'clock, so we've got 5 minutes to kill off. Looking at see what happened there. So I was P15 at that point, and then what was happening with the with this driver? Just went fast asleep. We're fast asleep and all. Yeah, something behind, and King Von just like literally WWE super slammed crap out of him. What are you doing, mate? What's the matter with you? What are you angry for? So the Swedish driver spooked the Dutch driver a bit, allowing him to go past the orange Porsche. Bare minimum's on my right. Obviously the overtake was there, so how did this happen with Andy? So this German was giving him no mercy, and then so two together around that side don't go really well. Yep. So them two have gone straight into the sea and getting eaten alive by a bunch of sharks. Whoopsie daisies. So bare minimum, obviously, give him a push there, and that Swedish driver giving him no mercy whatsoever, straight into the wall like a first-class plonker, and that's why that player's got a 5-second penalty. Although I was sort of like setting their personal best in that sector. So Rafael tapping Alex. I tried to do a switch back, and then I had literally nowhere to go. And by the time we've gone over the ridge, we were side by side. I was just getting a nudge from Speed Kills behind, leaving Alex vulnerable for a moment there. And I thought, you know what, I'm just going to be better safe than sorry. Just come in early, get some clean air, and it worked out really well. So that Greek driver, obviously, that is what you call a move and a half. You know, just keeping it inside, and I had to keep the throttle pinned. And Artie showcasing the respect when it comes to the bumper-to-bumper action, which I gratefully appreciate the respect that is shown there from the Greek driver. So rest of the time, I've just been driving around in circles, and therefore go on to finish on the podium from 15 for the grid. So a good result as well. So I just need to get myself out there and then go again for the 6 o'clock slot. And that could be the race where I'm about to progress into B. And this is the time to shine, where I'm about to face myself into some challenging situations in the B-rated lobby. So stick around, because we're in for a good time. Not for a long time. Quick toilet break, 2 secs. Right, just in time. So this is it. So I'm smack on the bottom of that. So, but the problem is we've got some drivers who've got a lower sportsmanship rating. So we've got to bear that in mind. So the question is, can we get up to B by the end of this race? Can we get a result? That is the question. So we're starting on the mediums. Let's get down to business and do the talking on the track. Good luck, everyone. Great balance. Smart 5 to the rear. Just got to be mindful of the Norwegian, because I don't know what that Norwegian is like until I come across it firsthand. So there's a bunch of French spaceship drivers. Norwegian's got hazards on and turned them off. I got white. So just got to be mindful of the car in front. Yellow flags. An accident has happened. Bloody hell. Somebody's in the wall. Somebody's getting all out of shape there. And that player must have caused a problem with the other driver for making contact. The Peugeot's got a bit of straight line speed, even with a little bit of a slip. Just back out a touch there. I think further ahead. Saw him on the radar. Had to be safer than sorry. That guy's a maniac! The guy's a maniac! Watch out! pushed him into the wall. RC in the Suzuki, getting out of shape there, out of the chicane. Wow, that was pretty aggressive from not one but two French spaceship drivers. Honda's gaining quickly. Oh, just misjudged. Oh, no, 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 no. After you, mate. Oh. Well, that went well. Literally no grip whatsoever on the flipping sand, even if I got pushed out like that. Yeah, that's even in mid-pack, it gets a bit messy sometimes, and that's exactly what happened there. Had to go for it. Let's go. We're back on the move. After what has been a messy lap there. But problem I got is that I've got some people literally within my slip. Even one of them's got a 3.5 second penalty. Got the inside covered. So got some coming in early. Starting on the softs, interestingly. Go on, you go ahead. You go ahead. I'll just gain a few temps over that, although that a bit of a tapper didn't quite work out, you know, just to get the exit I wanted. So the dock is on the mediums, was on the mediums. The Citroen's gone wide. Come on. I'm going to come in at the end of this lap because I don't want to be hanging around for too long, because otherwise that will lose me enormous amount of time. I'm already losing the amount of time getting stuck behind the Suzuki. Let's go. It went out of shape as well, the Suzuki driver. So I'm going to come in now. I want some good tyres. Them two are coming in, so is this the player up front. And RC was on the softs. Okay. So we have been making progress after all that. But the question is, where will we come out? We'll definitely be coming out behind the dock. And they'll 73 Toyota GP Max. Through goes the Hungarian. See if we can get past the Scirocco. Ouch. That was a bit reckless there. Even he's got to have sick a penalty in the process. Third place is on the cards. So with 2 laps to go after we cross the line, can we get a P3? No matter what happens in the last lap, then surely we've done enough to reach the B rank on this account, having started at the back in anti-meta cars. The dog looks like he's done enough to get the job done, unless he makes a mistake. But no issues from the front. Get the fastest lap, why not? Just a little tap with the wall, but not to worry. The Doc wins the race. Veld in second. Toyota GP Max in third. And I had to settle for fourth, which is still good considering from where I started. Well played, everyone. So, we wait for the two remaining players, one player now to finish the race. Welcome along, David. Thank you very much for tuning in, and welcome along to the channel as well. Hope you're well. So we have gained 12 places from the back. So, the moment of truth, people. Are you ready? Are you ready for a change of DR rating? Let's find out right now. Did I get a B? Get in there, Danny! Let's go. We've got to be, people. We've got to be. We are one grade closer to A. And it's not going to be easy. So, let's enjoy the moment. We have got a B lobby. We have got a B. Let's go. Thank you very much to those. It took me 3 episodes to make this happen. Thank you, Kiss Up. Thank you. Very much appreciated. So, we're going to go and have a look at the replay and see how all this is unfolded. So, and how I went on to go and become a B-rated driver, having driven antimatter cars. So, anybody liking the content on what I'm providing, if for those who haven't, smash the like button and subscribe if you haven't. We are reaching to try and get to 2 figures worth of likes. So let's have a look at the last race then, shall we? And then we'll just do one more at this track. Because as far as I'm aware that a lot of you like a bit of strategy, so, and this is what I'm going to do. It's not too bad. I've set the brake balance right to the rear, and because I'm on the wheel as well, I get like more control with the feedback on such. So this player obviously took the Norwegian into the wall. Alexis machine in the GTR literally get annihilated by the Scirocco. So what happened with the Scirocco is there were 2 cars going off, gone off the track, literally nowhere to go, and that left the his compatriot, the innocent party, on that one, and has resulted in the 5-second penalty. I had to slide it and all. So yeah, that's well, I have a bit of freedom, just to, depending on the race situation as well, where ideally you want some clean air, and because what I want to look at as well is how that panned out. I was turning in, obviously, it was sort of like a bit of a push to mash move, and then came ET, who had to barge his way in, so then came the Hungarian, who had to barge his way through as well. What else could I have done there? But maybe a podium was there if it hadn't been for that episode, which were literally all over the place. Even Turbo Dad had to pick up the throttle and therefore just do the obvious, and therefore that I had to take it around the outside, keep the throttle pinned, and then just get the move done before anything happens further at the back. And that, of course, E2 had a 3-second penalty. For what reason? Just punted him into the wall. Completely misjudged the braking, just like that. I had to get the inside covered, and then a bit of pushing and shoving going off there, just like that. And then with this player as well, had to send it on the inside as well. There we go. While all that is happening as well. Yeah, so that green Scirocco were just a bit reckless on that one, in my humble opinion. So even then, they got a half-second penalty for track limits, obviously. Nothing doing there. So let's come out of there and do one more race. And the first race as a B-rated driver on this account. So this is going to be interesting. Oh, just change. Is the oil good on the Lambo? Let's have a look. I've not even changed the oil yet. No, oil's good. Let's go. And get in the last race of the stream then. At Grand Valley. So, the Lambo's not too bad on the tyres, but then although that it's one of them cars that was the meta at one point, but nowadays it's not. So that way I could just purely enjoy the listening to the soundtrack of the V10. Right, let's get this last race of the stream over done with, and let's see what we can do from the back. And it's not going to be easy. Have a good race, everyone, and best of luck. So everybody's on the S, and everybody on B. So a lot of 56s, quite a variety still. So we're on the mediums, aren't we? So yeah, so we're on the mediums. Just gotta keep doing what we're doing in terms of the strategy, or depending who we're up against. So last race of the stream, let's have fun and get a result. Kevin's had an adventure there. Staying within the slip for as much as I can. So we made up a couple of places. So steady away. Oh, I do apologise, mate. Oh. Did right to give way. Not at the first second opportunity, but as time's gone by, then had to do the right thing. Kevin's had another off as well. And Ginger Giraffe has got a half-second penalty in the process. He's gone wide. What was that? What was that for? Was that from early on? I gave way, mate, and then you just having no mercy whatsoever. If that was the person who I thought it was. Drove yourself straight into the wall. Just gotta watch out for the unexpected. Got some people coming in early. And there was some on the softs. Yeah, that was clumsy. Gonna have to come in at the end of this lap, so therefore that I'll be able to make good use of the new tyres. Hopefully, run into some clean air. Let's get it. So we had some that's on the one of the mediums, one of the softs to start off with. Right. Last push now. So we have got some who are pitted in. Obviously, Kelvin's in. Kelvin it. Just saving himself another time. Chilling in the pits. Can see some cars coming out of the pits. Managed to undercut one of them. Got the top 8 on our sights. Quickly setting the fastest lap of the process. It's more like it. Next up, the white French spaceship up front, driven by a Finnish driver. So we're in the top 8 having started the back. Obviously, had to give the position back to somebody early on. Finnish driver gone way wide there. Let's get P7. Who's going to be last on the brakes? Let's go. I just slowed down a touch there because I knew we were going to be coming back and then not giving much, but that's the result of me, the half-second penalty. Oh well, it was fun while it lasted. Just need to fend off the Spaniard who's coming in thick and fast in the Audi. And that's all she wrote. My first race in the B-rated lobby as a B-rated driver on this account, and started the P16 and finished 8th. Well, something's happened there. P7 is mine then. Not sure what happened to that Belgian player, but we'll have a look at that. So, right. So grab the replays if you want them. So we have progressed a bit on the DR. So it's nice to get ourselves further up in the B-rated lobby. The sportsmanship rating remains the same. So just like to see what happened. Don't worry about it, mate. It's all good. Right, it happens. It happens. So I'll have a look back and then see what happened from there on. So, how it panned out, obviously, I was everyone was just steady away, and then some were on the racing softs. And I thought for a moment I was going to go for it, but no, I fought twice. And I got the moved on that particular section on Steak Pie. And there's Kevin, who's had an adventure. For God knows what happened. Oh, he just made his own mistake, that's what happened. And that left that player obviously with a bit to do. Obviously that left the French driver just spinning a bit, so I just thought now's the time to give way. Just go. So Kevin obviously went wide once more. So that's what happened. That's it. It's all good. I thought it was somebody else at first, but got to have another look and from a different angle, and therefore that he too himself had a bit of a hesitation with with the wheel-to-wheel with the other Citroen driver behind. So basically that we were just coming in and just turned a little bit to the right, and therefore leaving him to go and onto the sand and hit me in the process. But other than that, that he did right to give way. But unfortunately for him, he went too wide himself. So from that moment, I got on with the comeback, a bit of a comeback on my own. Even though that I had to keep on pushing no matter how hard the race got. So Jensen went wide himself. And these two, what was it, a moment ago when these two clashed. So it started off with this first sector. Went for the inside, and then sometimes it doesn't work well that way, even though direct black flag, that one, in my opinion, because you thought that you were blaming the other player for just going all out of shit. Closing the door. I mean, you just had to give way on that sector because it's very almost impossible to go side by side on that fast section of car, and tap somebody like that. It was just absolutely diabolical, that is. So I had to be patient on making a move to Raptor, and there we have it. Job is a fish. Had to get the inside covered as well. Then I had a good go on the inside of the Audi, as I thought, just keep it pinned, and we got the move done somehow. Now, what I want to look at as well is that I was gaining on the Finnish driver, gave him some racing room, but he'd done a little switchback as well, so did he leave me enough racing room there? It looked pretty close from my perspective. Yeah, it was gaining a bit, and then therefore that I had to slow down a touch, and that's what led me to get a half-second penalty as a result, whilst I weren't gaining anything. But that's a problem with this track sometimes, even if it doesn't go your way, whilst trying to back out of the... Now, what was that Honda driver doing? So basically, the Portuguese was obviously slowing himself down after. So he thought he'll just give the win to the Belgium. They were like, no, I don't want it. But I had to spin off into a 180, trying to go and finish it in reverse. And he thought, nope. Nearly got smashed by but the Ghost did its job. So yeah, that was a weird ending, to say the least. And that, I will need an oil change on this car. So, let's get the oil changed on the Lambo. And that is the job done. Until next time, just need to open the daily ticket and then see what I win. A 4-star roulette ticket, so some more money. Okie doke. So, I just want to spare a moment to say thank you very much to those of you who were tuned in to say hello on the go. Thank you very much to those who have been witnessing some really good moments and some good races that we had today. And welcome to the new subscribers to the channel as well. And for those who don't know, you'll get to know as I do open lobbies on Tuesday evenings, throwing out different car categories weekly. So, and some other times in other parts of the week, depending what I've got on my schedules. And so, other than that, that's what I do. What I also do as well is the anti-meta series as it stands. As we're done episode 3 of my E to A anti-meta series, and starting from the back now, I've been debating whether if it's worth getting the qualifying on or just keep her started at the back and then eventually get to an A. So let me know what you people think. Whether if I should do the qualifying now, I'm a B-rated driver, or just keep her started at the back and then make your way through the field and then finish for as little as 8th place, sometimes 9th or higher, depending what races the combos that they throw out. So. I'll be live on Tuesday, as I can tell you all that I'm going to be throwing down a GR3 lobby at approximately 6:30 UK time. With a bit of practice, please yourself to do a qualifying lap if you want, and then we'll get on with some sprint racing action. So that's what's happening next when I go live. So yeah, for today's episode, we have completed our quest to become a B-rated driver. So how long did it take to get to B before I ever done the last race? Even then, I've done my first race as a B-rated driver on this account. 24 races. So I've done my 25th race last time out. So that took me 24 races to reach into B, having started at the back in anti-meta cars. Can't grumble. So other than that, that's the story of episode 3. But other than that, that's very much it from my side. And thank you very much to those who have been smashing the likes and yeah. So if you like the content and what I'm providing, hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't. Really appreciate your support, and whatever you're all up to, look after yourself, stay safe, have a great evening, great afternoon, great morning wherever you are in the world. And from myself, Daddy C, I'll catch you in the next one. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.